What is truth? A lot of people say they want to find the truth, but what do they really mean by that? A problem arises because there are multiple meanings associated with the word truth. In this segment, I'll talk about 4 of them. Basically, there are notions of truth as subjective, and then there are other notions of truth as objective. In this course, we're interested in objective truth, but first, let's look at 2 kinds of subjective truth. The first meaning of truth refers to what is true from someone's perspective, regardless of whether or not it's objectively true. So if someone believes, for example, that Santa Claus exists, well, for them it's true. A great old film about this kind of truth is Rashomon by Kurosawa. In this film, a samurai, a thief, a woodcutter, and a woman give radically different accounts of a single event. Each account is inconsistent with the others, but that's okay because each person has their own perspective, and for them, it may be subjectively true. Here you can see all 4 versions of what happened side by side. They can't all describe what really happened because they're conflicting accounts. Nonetheless, it can be true that each person here fully believes their account of what happened. Now, this can get a little tricky because it can be objectively true that someone subjectively believes that this or that happened or that Santa exists. But for now, let's put the complicated relationship between subjective experience of events and events as they presumably really are aside. The second meaning of truth is also a subjective one. According to the psychologist William James and the philosopher Charles Sanders Peirce and their pragmatic notion of truth, truth is what works for a person. Now, what does that mean? People are motivated to act on their ideas, and they're also motivated to eliminate their doubts. In a sense, for pragmatists, truth just is the cessation of doubt. For example, while most children are comfortable with uncertainty, asking a lot of questions like, why is the sky blue, or where do I come from? It often happens that as people get older, they become less and less comfortable with uncertainty, and they start to look for certainty. Often they'll search and eventually find some ideology that they can believe in, and for them, when that happens, there's a cessation of that awful feeling of doubt. Pragmatists would say, well, at that moment, when their doubts finally go away, they have found their truth.